I see. Then please subscribe, eh? And if you like what I do, then smash that like button too. And if you love the TradingView, leave a comment down below. I like radar crypto. I like radar crypto. I like radar crypto. Radar.
Someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us souls into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think you wanna be more testified back by stumbling sooner than this? Don't you think you wanna be more testified back by stumbling sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Oh, won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. I'm staying safe, I don't believe the panic rises up in you. Won't you tell me something new? Don't you think you wanna be more testified back by stumbling sooner than this? Don't you think you wanna be more testified back by stumbling sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new.
Daisy, get away from the microphone. Daisy, come here. Oh, shoot. Daisy, come back here. Daisy. Daisy. Oh.
Hey, Run Dog. Son, what the hell?
I'll clean it up. Oh, shoot. Oh, Mike's hot.
Chase your tail light. I'll be under your skin.
Hey, since it's just you and me, we're here talking, right? How come is it when Road Dogg, he sits here and talks to me before he gets on screen, he tries to sound like a superhero? You noticed that? Ain't that the weirdest?
Sean! Please get back to your booth. Now, please.
See what I'm saying? Weirdo.
Well, since you asked.
When you trade crypto, and never is right. When the market's lost its line, labor hands drop as prices go down. Where's the high market rebound? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not in crypto right now, you are missing out on one of the biggest opportunities in your life. Hit that like button, join and subscribe, and enjoy Road Dog Crypto.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. Right behind me, you'll see the Tangem rings, just like the Tangem card wallets. It's up, it's in a ring form. That's available for pre-orders now, or you can just even get the Tangem wallet. The ring, I believe, does come with the option for having 2 cards with it, and the ring. This is all the juicy. Save 10% with the code word DOG, D-A-W-G, 10% off. Whatever you buy from Tangem. Helps you, helps the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we look at Bitcoin here on the 6 minute as it regains the 200 moving average, the yellow line right here. Is there hope for Bitcoin to keep going to the upside? It looks like we do have a little weekend excitement action coming to the forefront of Bitcoin, as the bears have pushed the price down here on a Friday. Go figure. Gosh, never saw that come in, did you? Only this they have done this in 2 or maybe 3 of the past weeks, dumping us down on a Friday. Normally, we during most of the downtrend, there was a tendency to kind of lift things up toward the weekend on Fridays, like a little false move to get us excited. And there wasn't anything here to sustain that move over the weekend, and price would fall. Last couple of weeks, well, these market makers or whales, or however you want to define the composite man, if you will, according to Wyckoff theory, the other side that we're playing against here, and most of them are market makers, just to be honest with you, they've been taking price up, getting things going up, and then dumping us on a Friday. I find that interesting, and I think, in my personal opinion, and you may not agree, and I don't think a lot of people talk about it this way, but what I see the market makers are those people that are doing, testing the markets to see, retail is back when there's a lot more trading on the weekends. When the more people off the street start coming into the market, they're more likely to do it on the weekends. Weekend activity is a sign that retail is coming back into the market. And I just think that they like to take us here on the weekends, on Fridays, and just see what's going on. And also, it opens a window for them. Well, if there's no retail here, maybe we can have some fun and play with the little suckers that are, right? Because really, at this point in the game, until numbers start consecutively going up, until retail actually does come back in this market, we're just trading against each other, right? We're just swapping out, I'm going to sell mine of this for cash, then, and dump on you, but I want to buy this that you're dumping on me, and we're just trading off, playing player against player, basically. But let's zoom out and look at how far that we've come, and that's quite an accomplishment. We're following in some trend lines, and some of them, this idea did not support itself. We have fell below that trend line, so negate that idea. So what we could be doing, and what I think that we are doing, my personal opinion, is that we are retesting this breakout. And I've got this line drawn from candle bodies to candle bodies to candle bodies, and we got our breakout, and coming down to these areas to retest it. To me, that's what I see most likely to be happening. Looking here on the daily chart for Bitcoin, and might be worth noticing here that the MACD is wanting to cross. Now over here, she wanted to cross, but then she popped right back up, right? She didn't go through all this down thud. could be looking at something a little bit like that. That kind of thing does go on up at some of these tops here. So not out of the question, but we want to be cautious. I also want to take into account here, see the top of our waves here are going up and to the right. On the waves down here are going down to the left. There's some diversion here amongst the indicator itself, if you will. Price is also going up there, so the division, if you will be really on the histogram, if there is one. Now here on the daily we're above the 9 moving average, and my rule of thumb is, hey man, as long as we're above the 9, everything is fine, so I can't say anything bad. If we were to lose that, I'd be looking at the 21 moving average, which is coming in at a level of support right around 68.5 if we have to go there. If they want to kind of scare us out over the weekend, it could be. I mean, we needs to be getting and reclaiming this little line over here at 70,100 or whatever. That's what we needs to be working on for real. And they may do that. Here on the 4 hour, that's when I come off the daily, I usually go to the 4 hour, and here we can see the flag chasers dilemma here, where they're up to flags to the upside, and then it wasn't because it's at a resistance area that we talked about on our show, but it took them a little while to figure out. God bless their little hearts. But now, as we've been stumbling around here at this 50 moving average, it has given us a little bit of something to work with. As if we take a trend line from this little candle body here, the lowest one, and connect it to this little one right here. I want to make that just a little bit more pronounced there. Let's make it big, fat, and juicy. Let's make it an orange color for Bitcoin. We're going to just lay it right on top of that little guy. We'll stretch it out. And right behind me, I just keep an eye on it, and we'll just lay it right on top of that little guy. From candle body to candle body, and that gives me a nice little area that I can think, hey man, we might actually be coming down here. I was hoping maybe we were lining up nicer. Now I do think that there is a secondary one off of this, but it doesn't mean that it's going to hold. And I'm lining it up against candle bodies there, and it does come down to the wick, so that's what I actually thought I was drawing here, but it didn't. This tells us something else. So if we lose this area, then certainly we do have a little bit of a catch me area down here too, but we don't have to do that. We don't have to. We might though. Can you tell us anything for sure? I can tell you that it looks like we are trying to bounce here and go out the 50. So I'm actually kind of looking for a little up in altcoins this weekend, where I will be trying to take some profits on altcoins because I really don't trust them that much at the moment, to be honest with you. Oh, why don't I trust them? Well, over here, we got the S&P 500, which is not even crypto. Why are you talking about that? It's not even crypto. Because when they dump, they like the ones that are in our crypto space, they like to dump on us because they have paper hands. Those Wall Street paper-handed biatches is what I call it. Let's take a look at that on the bigger chart. This sound effects are free tonight. SPX, not the meme coin, not the meme coin. We're going over here. We're going to go to indices because that's what it is. This is the S&P 500. Pick and choose one. We'll go with this one right here. She's losing it, baby. She was going up and up and everybody wanted to continue up. And then she said, oh, I'm tired, darling. I got a headache tonight. Please, no. And then it never happened again. Okay, yeah. This one started going, yeah, and it lost it. That's what happened. I'm sorry. I got on the wrong narrative. What happened? So we cleared an air. I'm not going to get into details. She's coming back for a little bit of a pullback. Is it a bad thing? I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, that happens. She broke above this level right here. She hasn't lost it, but it's going to freak them out a little bit for probably a week or two. I'm just saying, it probably will. Because she kind of did lose this trend line, okay? So, oh, look, oh my God, she broke from a falling wedge. She's going to the... So we should probably try to catch over here. In short, that means that they'll probably be trying... There's probably an excuse for them to dump on us further this next week, but we'll see. But that's what's, they're having a bad day. It carries over to crypto. Paper-handed biatches. Anyway, what else is going on in the market? Well, we got Bitcoin dominance. It's doing its little thing, just going parabolic to the upside. Now, she might get rejected here, and if so, that could be nice for altcoins and give altcoins a much needed boost, but I don't know. Your dog thinks that it's got something else in mind because it just keeps breaking levels, and your dog thinks that this is going to be a walk in the cake, and maybe she will get rejected, but then she wants to keep going up. And if your dog is right on this, then we're starting to look at 66% and eventually maybe shooting towards 73%. And digest that, and that means that out of this whole crypto sphere, that 73% of the money will be in Bitcoin, rather than the multitude of altcoins which are being created and released onto this market each and every day. I'm just saying that is a very real possibility that is setting itself up right now. That I've only seen a couple of other people kind of mention that they saw that idea too, because we got stuck down here at these lows, man. Bitcoin was only 38% of the market. Can you imagine that? Most of the money was in altcoins, 2/3 of the money in altcoins. Now everybody want that Bitcoin, because we got the global adoption of Bitcoin coming, and largely on the industrial scale, which we thought, well, that'll take forever. That'll probably be in 2030s or something. No, it's here, and they're very clever, and they do things very slowly. And by the time that they get everything wrapped, their claws all wrapped into this, and then they're ready for number to go up. Number going to go up, baby. Number going to go up real big, and then you're going to look at it and say, how do I even get back into this market? How do you buy $250,000 Bitcoin? Kind of like I'm trying to buy a share of Berkshire Hathaway. I remember it being up in those crazy numbers too. I was like, how do you have to buy a whole share? Luckily with Bitcoin, you don't have to buy a whole share. It is fractional. But what would that do with the altcoins if Bitcoin dominance increases its market share? Well, the most common sense method, thing that I would see would be some kind of wild ass regulation move that's not jiving with it. That would probably be the most commonsensical thing to think that this may be happening to altcoins, or could. So we're basically watching trend lines. We got this one. We're watching it to see if it breaks to the downside. If this trend line right here, we're going to color it red right now. If that ever does break to the downside, happy days, ladies and gentlemen. Happy days for altcoins. But the further it gets away from that red line right there, altcoins are getting slaughtered. Not looking good, because Bitcoin is outperforming them little babies. And all the indicators I've got here on moving averages here, Bitcoin dominance say it's strong, it's strong, it's strong. Well, that's just what I see. Possibilities are coming. Total 3 is not a total wash though. She's got some upside in this that she can do, but it looks like the majority of her struggles is just going to be able to get back to where she was earlier in the year in 2024 in March, which was nice come up from where it was in November last year. That was good. Technically, she's got it in her to do one more like that. But from way down here, and even if we gave her a little bit of wiggle room, which I'm not comfortable doing for real, I'm seeing a possible next top at somewhere around $939 billion, which is not bad, but it's just not where we were before October last cycle, up at those all-time highs for total 3. A lot of that has to do with the market becoming more diluted, with more coins being released into this market, so that is also to consider. But still not bad. You know, we do have a breakout of a falling wedge here. It's just being slow to make its way up there. We've done several retests. If we start zooming in here, just come to the daily chart. And it's a nice accomplishment. We are trying to keep this 200 daily moving average, but man, it's been a little bit of a struggle. Personally, I think she can do it. I do. I think she can do it. But man, chop, chop, chop. Looks like we're going to still have
a couple more weeks of chop out of this guy, and she just wants to range up here, keeping tops that are around the same, slightly lower lows, but definitely, or it's lower highs, but definitely lower or higher lows, giving a little squeeze effect. And Ichimoku Cloud, the other things here do suggest that we could squeeze and stay above this 200 moving average and then pop out and get that nice little move up here to 715. Still not near the little target we were eyeballing on the bigger time frame there, but that's a nice little target. I mean, number go up. But if you're planning on your altcoins making you them 50x gains, I mean, you're going to have to risk your plays to get that. I believe things look like they are slowing down with the oversaturated altcoin market. There are a few winners out there doing pretty well, and we've covered one that I am not in, and some of you guys know about it, but this is something that's been out for a while. I think you could put it on your computer and share your internet, but it's grass. Not the smoky smoke kind, but the other kind. And man, it's doing good. I don't know the stories of what's happened recently behind this or anything, but that one has just been following it for the last few days, and she just continues to go up. So interesting. Just wanted to put on your radar for any possible retest. From what we got and what we can figure out here, if you're tracking it, I think a channel is your best friend. There's the channel that we're in, and if she comes back close to that channel, you might want to see if it makes sense to buy, and if you get a bounce, and if she falls through that channel, you know she's going to get a little bit cheaper. But right now, unfortunately, she's just going bouncing higher into the highs and down to the lows. And we're starting to get a little bit of price history here that we can work with. Want to keep you on your radar, though. Another one doing pretty good that we've looked at recently, and I had a little bit of this. I think I still do. It's FWOG having a good day, being at 22 cents today. FWOG recently got up as high as 33, almost 34 cents. FWOG. I like FWOG. And when you zoom out, FWOG is doing pretty good. It's hopping along pretty well. Do notice, my friends, as this one is going up in this rising channel, that same little aspect on the RSI is in a falling channel. Now currently we've got a nice little breakout of that channel, and I think that's kind of cool. It's a little frisky. So it looks like she's still wanting to go up, and she's not done yet. Believes it or not. I've got these targets sitting up here at 37, 39, and 43 cents per FWOG, which is certainly at 32 cents. How you guys doing? Let's come over and talk to you guys for a minute. How's it going in the chat? Got 18 beautiful people. Starting out with Sam. How's it going, Sam? We got Barnum and Random Trader. We got Adam. How's it going, Adam Oliver? Gap filler. Always filling them gaps. Sergio Angel, X-Pack from D-Generation X. Where is poop level? I'm behind on my chat, so now everything's out of context. Jackson says, are we going up or going down? Probably both at the same time. I think I answered that. I think they test us on the weekends. They will probably... we seem to have a little bit of a pattern forming whereas they used to dump us on the weekends to see what we will do, and sometimes we do all right and hold ourselves, and that's a good sign. But now they're starting to dump us in Friday going into the weekend, see what we do, hold, and maybe, and then it seems like some whale games start playing. You know, they may dump a few coins down, select coins down, and play some games here and there, swap some money around. And then it seems like on Sundays, they start getting us hyped up. Late Saturday night, early Sunday, or maybe even late Sunday. But it seems like toward the weekend, before we get to Monday, they want to get us, oh man, yeah, it's happening. And the 1 minute flag chasers are out there. Flags on the upside, cup and handles to the upside. And we'll get all this, we'll get the hype, and then we come down and get mowed down Monday or Tuesday.
I mean, sounds profitable to me on their end, so I would do it too, I guess, if I were heartless and on their side of the money. But you just lead the sheep to slaughter. Hey, baby. But right now we're scaring them. We're scaring them back to the barn. Oh no, it's dumping, it's dumping. And then we're like, oh no, hey, look, they've got cotton candy. Ha la la la. We just start following the cotton candy, the green cotton candy trail, those candles going up on late Saturday and Sunday. Oh, and then they just slaughter us on Tuesday. I advise you not to chase any red candles, but I want to chase a few red ones. Don't chase any green ones. OG1 says if Trump wins, markets will go crazy Tuesday and Wednesday. That's right. We do have an election coming up this Tuesday and Wednesday. So, oh man, I wonder what things are going to do. Whatever they do, you can expect them to do. You know how they do when major announcements come. FOMC, especially on the small time frames, 1 minute, 5 minute, you can definitely see it. They do a heartbeat. I mean, I call it a heartbeat pattern. I don't know this officially, but it's, you know, you got your stuff and then they'll either take it up and then slam it down and it comes back to baseline. It is like a heartbeat pattern. And then usually if they slam it to the upside, that's usually, you know, what will happen. They're just cleaning out everything, all the stop losses, liquidation points for high leverage and all that, knocking all that stuff off. And then sometimes, you know, she might go down and then come up and then do that. Does that mean she goes down? I mean, that's not a guarantee of how it plays out, but a lot of times where whatever they wipe out first is usually, sometimes it is the direction they go back to. But I would expect something like that to be going on majorly on Bitcoin. Do keep in mind that there are fewer and fewer Bitcoin available over on OTC over the counter. Now that's where the big boys like to kind of transfer their Bitcoin without disrupting the market very much. Those days are almost over, baby. Yeah. And then we're going to start seeing the number go up. They're going to have to pull it from spot. Bitcoin going to get this supply, this lack of supply or lack of supply of Bitcoin now from the halving 6 months after. This is when it comes down. This is when the crush feels, and this is what propels price up. So, I mean, that's around the corner. We don't know exactly what day it's going to hit, but we're seeing the signs of it now, right? And the reports are coming out about OTC. You know, the Bitcoin's starting to dry up there. Now, that's a good thing for prices going up, but it's also a bad thing in that the bad players are going to try to pull every dirty trick out of the playbook that they can get by with. And they can get by with a lot of the old tricks that they used to do back in the day that they can't really do on Wall Street anymore. Or they will try it in some sneaky fashion. Get ready to see a lot of what we call volatility. So high leverage Bitcoin plays and high leverage altcoin plays, man, probably going to get smacked. I think it's probably a time to be conservative with leverage, to be honest with you. And that's me preaching to the choir, I guess. Me pointing my finger at me too. I'm actually trying to be conservative about it. I think 15x is the highest leverage I have right now. Back to the chat. We got, where did I get lost? Yeah, them biatches. There you go, batches. Random Trader says, that was my life story. Damn. Gapfiller says, altcoins are all meme coins, including ETH. That was back in 2012, 2013, more 2013, 2014, 2013, 2014. Yeah, I mean, of course, they called you a Bitcoin maxi back then because you're looking at me, but it was true. There were all kinds of altcoins coming out, and where are they now? Very few of those are still out. But yeah, they're basically all memes. It was always something to revolutionize the world, or in some certain sector, all these promises, and then a little something. Oh, look, a wallet! Yay, we're on course. We have a wallet now. Little steps. It's been a journey, but when you compare the money that is in crypto and some of these coins, their total value worth maybe a brick and mortar company that's actually built something behind it. I mean, and then you think about it. I mean, I know there's value, but they can get really overvalued. Hence why they go down 90 to 99% during the bear markets. Sergio says, Angel. So, I mean, but as long as you know that and understand, I mean, you can do things, but it's just like, I just noticed diminishing altcoin returns last cycle, and it seems like, I mean, it just, like we're on par to keep that narrative or keep that trend going. I'm not saying it's going to be horrible, but gradually, each cycle, it just seems like, wow, it just gets less and less. Hoppy, we'll check out Hoppy. You're thinking, you check out others. Hey, happy Friday, my man. Others, we'll take a look at others. Probably need to do that next because that's a little bit better than it's about the same as total 3, but it's excluding the top 10 altcoins, and that's pretty cool because I think that includes stablecoins too, right? Nicky9 says, anybody seeing low volume all-time high pump over the weekend? Well, we could. There definitely ain't very much volume going on here on FWOG, but she keeps it going up. So, how do you make number go up with no volume? How does that happen? Anybody know? Anybody have an idea? Well, I think the easiest way to do it is if you have all the coins. Well, you just move your orders back here, and if they want them coins, they got to come chase it. That's why Bookmap and all of that, you'll see them big orders, whether they're spoofs or real orders, but you know, if you want it, and then it's up to the market makers to take you up there and to get people riled up and do it. So they got to leave breadcrumbs to kind of entice people to take prices up to where the money is. And so if there was really a strong demand of buyers, then you would have that volume like you had over here, whatever price was doing over there. A lot of people buying and it just staying steady, huh? That's wild. So yeah, the volume, it's insightful in those ways, I think. Let's take a look at others. I got it right over here. Are you breaking a trend line, others? How dare you? No bueno. No bueno, no bueno, no bueno. All right, for others, I'm going to get rid of this dotted line because now it's just annoyance. We're on the daily 200 moving average. This is a 360. They're crossing. It's a little bit more of a shallow cross. They're starting to come together a little bit, but not the greatest look. Not the greatest thing for us. Down here, 800 and 600. They're still all right. They okay. But all the other little guys now, all the major moving averages that we normally look at, the 5 that we normally track, are sandwiched in between these. That does put us at a range to where we could come back and revisit these guys. That could be a $25 billion drop. Technically, it could. Doesn't have to happen. We had a little bit of a trend line. We're trying to follow it. We're trying to follow it here. And then it did its bearish retest. And that's usually where you get lots of indecisions and sideways and possibly even more down. And that's exactly what we're doing right now, going through all that. But it has been holding this level. And we need that level to hold, because if that level doesn't hold, man, altcoins continue on a little bit of a downward swing. We don't need that. Don't need that. It doesn't make any sense when you look at it to the outside, just like with total 3, we're breaking out of a channel. Some people would see it as a falling wedge. Either way that you want to play that, they both break to the upside and do pretty good, but this one's having a lackluster breakout. But I see a strong possibility that we do hold this level here, somewhere around the $200 billion market cap. Even though some people would be quick to call, look, shoulder to the downside. I just don't call it that way, but what it could be. What it could be is some kind of channel
and we could definitely get, you know, just a little under 200 million. So basically, this is saying a lot of chop for altcoins. This is basically translation for all this. Downs, scary downs, and then probably some surprise bounces up to recover. So we're going, looks like it might be all right. Oh no, it's going down again. And you know, and it's been horrible. Altcoins, they're tiring me out, and I've been tired out before, but man, I like, you see your account going back up, you're like, yay, we're getting so close to recovering, and then trying to do everything you can to make sure it sticks, and then you're taking another dip back down, not quite as low as you were before, because you're working on things, but still, you're like, after a while, you're just, I'm tired of the roller coaster, man. I'm tired of the up and down, and me doing mostly positions trades right now. I mean, you gotta have a stomach for it, but it just tires you out, man. I mean, I've had a stomach for, I think I went through a lot back in August. That was that roller coaster had a new section added to it. I wasn't ready for it. It was like, I didn't know you was going to turn me upside down and hold me there. God, I mean, didn't see that coming. That was exciting. And after this recovery, man, it's like, we don't want to ride that ride again, okay? I threw up. Let's take a look at Hoppy. So altcoin sideways is what I see, and we'll get pumps out of some of them. All we got to do, man, it's just you and me and everybody else. The guys have been here for a while. Maybe we have very few new people coming in, and we're just trading with each other right now. Seriously, so. This is when we'll see, oh man, this sector is starting to get a narrative, and that one's taking off, and everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, and oh, now this one's taking off. But what about this one? Oh, we forgot about that one. We're jumping over here now. Oh, sucks if you bought high over there. So, and then we're just bouncing from maybe coin to coin or narrative to narrative, and memes, I guess, are always, at least with the meme, you got a meme. It's a free-for-all. So Hoppy, what are you hopping around? Hoppity hop. Look, she went to the upside. Let me get these lines out of the way here so I can see what we got without anything confuses in me. Local patterns, kind of cool. You got this guy going on, and they're always fun. I mean, they do come down to the bottom a lot. So locally, you got that guy going on. We got a target over here, 0.00039. Let's do a few little checks here. See if we're still on track with things. Oh, you're kind of up there, ain't you? You're kind of up there. Apparently, I've been looking at Hoppy way back here. I bought a little Hoppy on base, but I don't know if it ever showed up. I don't know if I still got it or not. I think it was base. And I mean just a little. You gotta let your degen have a little space to kind of run around, right? At least that's what's helped me to some degree. And they know how to escape that rubber room too, though. Don't get it twisted. All right, for this move, ladies and gentlemen, we've been going through our things. I'm actually moving this one down because I'm not quite sure. She's a red line. Maybe I should keep it there and just do another one. She's color coded. That should be a good one. I don't want to move it. Color code this one. I don't know what it is. But 0.000375 area could be where we're going, and you definitely could retest either of these two areas. And that would be a deck down here at the bottom of this trend line, especially if it wants to come back and retest the breakout of that. Or it could be this area here at 27.6, which
27.2 is actually what it says over here on the fifth thing, which is a retest of the top that it had over here, candle close. So it can retest either one of those two before getting up there. So I like that idea. So if she's not on her way up there now and she does want to do a little pullback, I would see one of those, and then we go up here, and then there should be some rejections at these two areas. Most likely this one. So I see that for a hobby. We used to look at Ordi a lot, and I'm not in this one anymore, but now I notice the price that it's singing at right now, and I'm kind of like, is Ordi worth being in? We're trying to figure it out along through here. Looks like she's actually got a breakout of a falling wedge, looks like. Yeah. Ah, come on, quit messing up my charts. For love of... I just like to draw yellow lines on charts. That's just what I do. I'm going to clean this one up and take a look at Ordi because she looks interesting. I don't know what this one does. That's cool. Now I got rid of all my stuff. Now I can see the downward trend, and now we're leveling out. So that's what you do in a channel, is that you find a partial decline. Looks like we do have that breakout. This was the channel idea. We just take that angle and just apply it down here, and then we see we start deviating and then going horizontal here, and held that for the longest time and just kept going until we crossed this line. It's technically a breakout, doesn't have very much volume on it, but there is a measured move for where she can go. Pretty cool. That suggests we come right back up here. Retest these guys at the tops where we got rejected over there. Got some confluence. We're just getting right dab in the middle of that area. So I like that. That's at $72 and we're at 33. That's not a bad come up if you got the patience to wait on it to do it. But it does look like a good place. Now this one has been up to $95 before, maybe a little bit more. Here on the daily, she's below the 200 moving average, so not giving us our official daily buy signal just yet. Looks interesting. I want to zoom over here. Connect. Oh, nice. Okay. We've not broken out of the channel that it's in now. I do believe price travels in channel. You can identify it, and I just think that helps you nail the markets, and you can also identify other patterns too. But basically, you should be able to nail it down to a channel either by enlarging it or shrinking it down to a channel. And we're getting a change of trend, not yet making a higher high, so you need to start working on it. I think she is, though. I think she's just slowly working on it. Accumulating through here somewhere around $30 may not be a bad idea if you like this project. Seems to make her a higher low there. Just wanted to put it on the radar. Ordi. Let's go back and see what you guys are talking about. Warthog Thunderbolt. Tough market to trade. They dump every night when you're sleeping. Yeah, they do. I got bad sleep habits anyway, and I'm usually right there watching it all. Nick and I, no sleep for crypto traders. Yeah, Nicky knows. DMC3 says, can you give us your scenario for the next bull market as well as when we might anticipate the falling bear market? Ooh, that's kind of a broad question. Okay. Gapfiller says the dirtiest trick is coming. I do not doubt that at all. I don't doubt that at all. That's why I'm getting frustrated, because I'm really trying to get out of a bunch of these altcoins. Your dog went crazy again and got over. Sounds like a good idea at the time, and some of them were moon bags and some of them were not, and some of them, you know, I put some leverage on them to help me kind of finagle it, and you know, we've been sideways for a little while, but I've still got hope. I'm slowly kind of getting them and narrowing them down to some more top projects or whatever, just kind of condensing. I'm trying to condense my bags is what I'm trying to do. So hopefully they will get this weekend pump and let me condense more, just like I did last weekend, because when everybody was starting to, I need to start buying, I had my sell orders and they were getting hit. And I was like, looking back now, I'm like, woo, so glad I did that. And that's helping my numbers slowly climb back and recover from, you know, the dreaded August crash there. Still have heart pains from that. So my scenario for the next bull market. Okay, let me mark that. I want to come back to that. Sergio says a new moon tonight. Oh, those are usually not very fun for us in this market. Nikki 9 says, I'll 100x it. I'm 500x. Hey, man. You're playing some of the memes? I go 1x. Yerthan says, others on life support. I'm about to get rid. Oh, no. Oh, others is on life support. Oh yeah. Others like, well, I just think it's short term. I do. It's just going to, altcoins, they're going to be a slow grow until we actually get more retail in, and that's not going to come in until Bitcoin starts breaking all-time highs, and then it'll be more on the news, and then people will start asking about it more, and then they'll come in and get tired of it and start putting money in other places too. And then those that have been in it, you know, will maybe leverage some Bitcoin or sell some Bitcoin, God forbid. I would rather leverage my Bitcoin than sell it into altcoins and things like that and help spread it around. But right now, ooh. Let's see, DGen. Hey, that one's actually on my list to look at because I can't remember. Was it doing good today? Or did it have a pullback today? Oh, I didn't put it on here. So we did Hoppy. We'll put DGen over here. We did Grass, did Frog. Matty Ghost says, I flipped Doge yesterday. My man. There we go. Hey, there's Grizz. How's it going, Grizz? What's up, Grizz? Yeah, I wish it was real. It's just kind of kind of like the beard too. Gap Builder says, I see 90-minute. Is it bullish divergence? OG1 says, what's it? Road Dog will be the boobification. Will the boobification be great in the future? The boobification seems to grow a lot on this channel. I have noticed the trend, and I don't know. It just seems, it just becomes a funny joke after a while, I guess. Nicky 9, remember my call for Caspa 10 cent from the stream a few days ago? I do. We've been looking at Caspa. Caspa been the rough. Let's take a look at DGen real quick, and then we go. That's a question. Yeah, that's where we were talking about. My take on Bart DMC's question there. We'll go to that. DGen just looking quickly here. Seems to be doing okay. She got rejected up here. We took a fib from that to figure out where she'll come back to, and so far, well, she's right at that area, just bouncing off of it. Let's come down to a smaller time frame and see how she respected it. Respect it. Let's see, 1 hour time frame. 200 just below this. 600 and 800, huh? Tis a busy chart here. Was that in case she bounced there? That ain't gonna happen. If she bounces there, that comes back up here. And then this red line should be our 236 fib, I believe. Yeah, where we're coming back up from. So she's retesting. She's broken out of her accumulation area, kind of went up here 382, played around. It's just ranging in between those. That happens. It should be retesting this area here.
We also got 618 fib here, about 0.0078. So, I mean, she might wick down to that area, but in this area, she should be bouncing and then starting to recover again and then work her way back up to 11 cents in that area. And then hopefully she'll be trying to work on getting past that area to a higher high, somewhere around 13 to 14 cents. So DGen looking good so far. What we got to be aware of is that however you want to look at it, whether you're zooming out and going this way, if you're looking at it as a rising channel, if you hadn't to went here and said, oh look man, we're in one of the megaphonies, and well, I mean, you're right, but at some point they get kind of wild. I'm not saying that we're not in that we couldn't bounce in here and just hit these targets at almost 2 cents there, 1.7. That's definitely legit. But know that these are bearish patterns that typically break to the downside. You just always got to remember that. Doesn't mean that she's going to keep bouncing off the bottoms of it. This one has 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches there. Kind of puts her in danger to failing. So we don't want to see it come really back to this trend line. We want to see this bounce here at 0.0078. Anything other than that, we'll have to consider that, and that could be lower, and that wouldn't be fun. So kind of critical to look at these areas. It looks like she's trying to bounce here, I believe. All right, let's see if we can get back to that the question we had there. Madigo says, I look for oversold memes. I bought Happy after its dip a month ago. I like the oversold memes. I'm playing one called Motion, which is still oversold right now. It had some life until the market started the other way. I learned to have a flipper account on the side, take profits and keep flipping. Hey, good advice. You got to find little tricks that work for you and everything. Like right now, to keep me from spending like USDT Tether, because I'll take it and move it over and so, okay, we'll keep it here and safe and let it pile up. It don't pile up because I'm like, oh man, I could put 200 in this meme coin. My little degen starts getting hold of it. So I started putting it in the gold. Yeah, the gold coins like PAX G. And that helps. And then this gradually going up. And I'm like, ha, degen, you don't get it now, do ya? That's the little psychology trick. That's all I had to do to keep my little degen from just all that money trickling out into something else. All right, so I'm still here. We are. Can you give us your scenario for the next bull market as well as when we might anticipate the following bear market? Well, we can go over it real quick here. It won't take long. We can do this quick. Can we use? No, they don't have it all, do they? Who's got a good chart? That's a good chart. So when will it start? We got about 12 months. About this time next year, this thing will be winding down. It just does that. That's our 4-year cycle. And we're looking for peaks in April and November, and that seems to be a repeating pattern that we have here. And this was the April top here in November. Those are 2 possibilities, and it doesn't have to always do that. But the time frame for that, yeah. Some people count this as the peak, and they go for like 4 years from that. Can I do that on here? Do I know what that is? And are we in months, weeks, months, days? Going from there to where we are is 1,300 days, basically. Let's see, this peak over here was December. That's 2017, just right at the beginning of December. So we got like November, late November, December often is a time of peaks. I mean, it's always going to happen that way, but just notable. It's just part of the cycle repetitiveness. This little comeback here was in July? June, July. That was a summer. And then we got our 2 bigger peaks. That was as far as we go back to 2017. But I would be looking for us to top out, and that should be our top, about 12
it should be about 12. Now there are a few people, and we'll probably hear more and more of this because they love to do this. We started getting some of the super cycle theory back over here during that little second run up, and everybody's saying Bitcoin's going to 100,000 and this cycle's different. And you get that every cycle with everything, it seems like, and it's always it's not. And I expect us to get that too. But there is a theory that some of this stuff may carry on over into 2026, and if not in crypto, then maybe on the legacy market. So there's some ideas on that thought you keep aware of. But if you're kind of asking, I mean, so we would be looking time-wise, we should be wrapped up by here, by here, time-wise, and we don't have very much. I mean, how far can we go there? So it's got to do a lot of stuff, and I mean, maybe. Here's a scenario some people may not be looking at. What if we only get to $100,000? Oh man, I thought Bitcoin was going to do more. What if it doesn't though? I mean, from what I can see, we're still on the channel. Let me throw this idea at you right here. This is what was making, has made some people nervous, is that we're in this channel. Now, if we are in this channel, which we are in this channel, I mean, we're going to find resistance up here around 80,000, which we're going to do that anyway. Are we going to M-top there and keep going sideways? Or are we going to do something? We're just playing devil's advocate here. You could also look at the cup and handle. That's a good cup and handle. Breaking out of this channel suggests that we come up here. And now we're looking about 133 or 135,000, right? Doable. Now you'll notice that each cycle that we go up in Bitcoin, two metrics you want to pay attention to. One was your last all-time high, because that's usually the levels that she will come back to during her lows. I can't really go back further than this on this particular chart, but it holds true for the other ones too. But look at this idea. From her highs here in 2017, we'll just draw a little square and carry that over. Look right there. And then that's the area we came down to. And actually a lot of people, and me too, I wasn't actually looking for us really to go down lower than the 17,000. The 15 was kind of a shock. Like, oh my God, that sucks. But it was the juiciest time to buy it. I did have fib levels targeting those areas, and we got that documented too on the channel here. But so keeping up with that, and that also puts us into this ball game that these areas for the next time for the lows. After we come up, so let's say the Bitcoin does come up to 130-something thousand, we have a chance of not going much further below 60,000 on the retest. So where we are now could be the next lows for the next mare cycle, is what I'm trying to say, with all this round amount yuck coming out of my mouth. And then that would be, roughly about 2 years, or with usually you hit your lows about a year after the tops. Okay, so unless we get a super cycle in 2026, you could be looking right about December or January of 2027. Is that right? Yeah. Is that right? Am I getting too far ahead here? I'm on the weekly here. Okay, so we're at the beginning of 26, so beginning of 27. Yeah, about right here. So typically, I don't know, if I had to guess, and this stuff is never right, but we fumble around and somehow come up to it. That sucks. That would be a huge drop. Well, no, not too bad. To get back here and then kind of fumble around and then try to do all this stuff all over again. Come back up to our all-time highs and fight. No, we're never going to make it. And then just keep going. We don't know. But if I had to put a time frame, this is historically is what it's been. So we got a good period. So just think of it from this way, from this year until for the next 12 months, it should be up and to the right overall. There will be ups and downs and washouts and everything, but it should be
up and to the right. And we should be able to draw a nice little trend line showing that if I can ever get my screen to cooperate with me. 20 people hanging out, or 20 or 18, one of the two. And so this trend line here should be the one that keeps on holding. Hopefully we never even touch it again, right? And that one should keep carrying us on through. And if we look at those ideas, it tells us that maybe this time next year in 2025, yeah, that we could be right up here around 130,000, just staying within the confines of this trend. So that could be the method of how we get up there, just slowly up, higher highs and higher lows. And it sounds crazy, but you had something going on over here too. There's a big gap there, right? Kind of hard. Yeah. I'm not buying that road dog. I ain't buying it. The angle's all there, though. The angle's all there. I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. I just think we got 12 months to do this right. And we've been, man, oh gosh, it's been such a rough last 4 years just getting here. It's been such an adventure and a weird, sometimes fun ways, sometimes not so fun ways. Let's see what we got going on. Bad news on IMX. Yeah, IMX got hit with Whale's Notice, right? OG1, I was reading about 16 or 20 year cycles when the bear market in full force for a while. Any thoughts on this? Well, for legacy systems, yeah, but I mean, crypto's only been around for, Bitcoin just came out in 2009, and I didn't hear about it until like 2013, started getting involved in 2013, 2014. And even then it was just, hands off. And but I mean, it depends on it depends on, I guess, who you study and what philosophy. Now I lean more toward WD Gann. He did put cycles with certain commodities, and I'm not big on all that and don't know a whole lot about it, but I do know that certain commodities had like an 8-year cycle, some of them had a 12-year cycle and things like that, and 20-year cycles, just like what you're talking about. But in crypto, the only cycles that we've got so far that we're certain about is the 4-year cycle that's at play. And that one seems to be right on the money. That halving that happens every 4 years affects the supply and demand of it, and it just creates an effect. But to start getting into the legacy market and their cycles and how it might transmit over to crypto and affect it, yeah, that's beyond my pay grade right there. Anybody interested in leverage trading, I happily welcome to leave a follow. Xtrader at 69. Anthony Tremaine says in the monthly Fu Manchu, it just printed a green dot. Did it really? It looked good. Seems like it. Oh, was it a weekly? Or no, I think it was a 3-day one. I think I saw one on the 3-day. Did it do it on the monthly? Let's take a look. Click the button, Sean. Click the button, Sean. What is this chart with all these? I guess I can clear this chart out, right? There it is, right there. Not yet confirmed, but gosh darn it, it's a good sign. So one of the biggest things that I look for on this indicator really is the money flow, and she is edging up. Here we are on the monthly Bitcoin tether pair, printed a green dot. Good call, my man. Good call. Woohoo! Not only that, we're above the 9 monthly moving average. It's a little sliver of green over here on the Ichimoku cloud. We're looking just fine. I like the monthly. Same thing we're looking at there. We got that trend line and we're doing pretty good above it. MACD on the monthly
She did some duck lips, but they didn't even come down all the way. Rah, rah, rah. Look at the duck lips. There you go, duck lips. Ooh, big old kissers. Wow! What's that? That's a sock puppet. It's a sock puppet. I like it. I like it. I like it. That is awesome. Truly awesome. Here is the RSI. Now we are in overbought territory. We are. But she held this line and didn't even come back close to it. I like that. So RSI will probably come back up for a double top, meaning, man, we got some. This is on the monthly, people. Look what it did over here last time. This was back at the peak. This is what the peak of the market looks like on the monthly RSI. She get way up high. She went all the way to 93%. We're sitting here at a measly 74%. Not even got this thing shaded green or anything. We got so much room. Back here in March, she just started getting a little green. When she starts getting a little green, we got to start looking at things a little bit. But right now, she's still got some more upside there. She can get pinned in up here is what I'm trying to get at. Normally, we look for it to cross over, and she crosses under 70%. We look at that as being a possible sell signal, but she's got good things. Monthly looks awesome. I like that for Bitcoin. That gives me that's a nice little dose of breathe it in. Breathe it in. Held it too long. Okay. Ooh, my eyes are burning, man. Look at this on the weekly. That looks gorgeous. Look at this. Hello? Every night. MACD on Bitcoin, I liked it. I loves it. I want some more of it. It looked good. They trying to shake us out, baby. They wants to shake us out. They want your Bitcoin. I want their Bitcoin. I've told myself I would allow myself to nibble in while she is under 70,000. Because I feel comfortable that I'm not about to get liquidated at 38,000 anymore, so. That was a legitimate fear for me for a while. I was like, oh crap, that limits my choices now. I've been following this guy. This is one of my bigger plays too, is Rune, which has been doing great. She got up to 627, got rejected, and oh man, that was fun. And I haven't really reaccumulated on this drop. I haven't. I was just kind of letting her kind of ride now. Zooming out. Are we finally? I've been waiting on this $8 target since like, I guess after April. Feels like I've been waiting for it for a longer time. I think I've been waiting for it since like, yeah, way back last year. Rune, swing high to swing low. We're out of our accumulation area. We're retesting this area right over here. That little green line. 382 fibs, just the next step in the area, get past it. We're just taking one rung of the ladder, and if you look to the left, each one of these Fibonacci's are just excellent target points, each and every one of them, man. That's why I've got them labeled there. Each little target hit is about another 17%. That one takes me up to 35%. This one up here takes me up to a total of 58%, and I'm just peeling off a little profit on the way with my position trades. Keeping a big enough bag just in case we start coming up to these juicier numbers. Take a look at Moonwell, because this one has not yet wanted to stop going up so much. She looks like she's getting a little tired now, a little rounded top. A little peak. Some people might be quick to look at this as being a reverse Adam and Eve. I like you opposite and flip. Why don't we just keep you with what you doing in this big O megaphone pattern, which is typically a bearish pattern, by the way, but they're fun to play.
She respected all up there, and now she's starting to lose it. You know, all you can do with this pattern, man, is play it. She bounce here, or she's going to fall through here. 36 minutes not going to tell me that. 4 hour might give me some clues here. My personal opinion is that I think she's probably got another wave in her. Probably to retest 12 cents or maybe come up here and restart testing these areas. Goes about 13 or 14 for the meanwhile. Let's see what Elliot says on here. Yeah, you think she's got a 5-way. You think she already did a 5-way. Okay, I thought she might be going for a 5-way. Me and Elliot kind of... Who are me to tell you what to do, Elliot? Because, you know, it's your Elliot. They named after you, Elliot. So I guess you got it. Elliot thinks she might be doing an ABC correction, but after that ABC correction, there could be another bigger move that could take us up to these 14, 15, 16 cent areas. That's what we got from Meanwhile. Thank you for stopping by. Have a nice day. Some of the coins that don't suck, and another one that doesn't suck right now is XCH, and that's Chia, the Chia Pet coin. Not Chia Pet, but Chia Network. I just like to call it Chia Pet because, well, why not? She's had a nice little bounce up from Elliot. You're confusing things, man. It looks like she's hit her bottoms, really respecting that area. That's kind of cool. So she came down about 1250. She's on some nice bottom areas. This one might be one to look at. Have to do a little bit of a deep dive. I'm not in this one, but I've seen that she had a nice come up today. Nice percentages there, and she's $20 might be an area. Well, it's going to be an area that she's going to have some resistance. Still, that idea takes us up about 50%. It looks like she might be finding the bottom there. Tis possible. Let's pull out the fibs and see if it magics itself up to the levels. Are ya? No, not quite. Not quite there. Darn it. You in betwixt. How'd that be? Number I'm looking for is down here at 975. Somehow she got right in the middle. If she recovers 1540, might have made it out of this little storm. If she doesn't get past 1540, I'm telling you, I'm looking for 975. So, got that idea. So those are some of the ones that aren't sucking as bad, at least today, right? Some of them that are sucking today is Tia. Yeah, they had an unlock. Swede's also getting an unlock. I've read about. So Tia, yay! Looks like she's going to hang down here for a little while. Tia's currently at $4.60, falling down from about $6 and something. Looking forward to eventually, hopefully, get back to $8, maybe up to 10. But that will be after a long time here of cursing and praying and so why the hell am I buy Tia? But I assume that there's a lot of VC money in this, and I know some of them are wanting to take some profits and stuff like this, but a lot of them are wanting to run number go up too. So I do expect these to recover. I think to sell out of them right now would be common if you're already in them to be a mistake, because they're going to pump this little sucker up. They're going to pump it with some hype and stuff. They got some plans. Do what they do. They accumulating down here. They're not distributing so much. Or just don't play it at all. Play a faster horse. This one's going to be a manipulated coin, in my personal opinion. Another one that sucks today, I think we talked about, is IMX with their Wells notice and everything, and that didn't help them out. They made them lose their trend line. Sucks to be you. Now you got a little bit more wiggle room here, maybe coming back down to $1. Let's see if that holds. So far, she's been holding at $1.09 pretty well the last couple of days. IMX. Slowly tapering down, and kiss of death for this one for right now, right? Let's see if we can get a measured move from the channel that we were in here. We'll just go ahead and take it. Swing high, swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. Ooh, a lower low at 85 cents. Could you do it? Oh, we can do it.
Twould suck. Another one that is down that sucks today is Tau. We follow that one on here, and I've actually got some of this. It's a bit tenser. Falling from grace after she hit $683, and oh my God, those numbers go up to the upside. And this guy nary got a retest. Nary did. 64% chance the price can come down to $370 and retest that little bastard right there. I'm just telling you. I don't think anybody else ever talks about these guys getting a retest. There's a shoulder head and shoulder to the upside. They eventually come back down. So if I had called, there's no guarantees we'll come back down. It's got a really good chance though. Just as strong of a chance as it had to break to the upside, it's got to come back down and retest this area. But we're looking at 373. Yeah. Called it. I'm like, but it predicted. But it's going to be a slow burn now. Overall, the momentum's there. 800, 600, 300, 200 moving average is up and to the right, but she's coming down. Let's pull our fibs. We already hit all our targets and stuff. I want to erase all this stuff. I don't want to have to read all this other stuff. So excuse me for a minute while I do some deletions here. You're not deleting. Delete. Let's take a fib. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. Also got 618 coming in right there. Hell yeah. So we got two. That's just the great place for a retest anytime on a fib level. It would have been great if we held this 382, but we didn't. Highly unlikely that we will hold here at 424, but there's always hope, right? But right down here at 382 sucks to be you. That's losing another $100. I guess I gotta make plans for that. Also, I'm going to see what we got with this trend line. Do you support this idea? Do you support this theory? You don't have to come lower, but yeah, she's kind of right in there with us. Let me also do another little... Okay, you're below that. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's nothing really there. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. I do think we're on a slow burn down on this one. A slow burn. On Tau. Sergio Angel, have you made good money shorting everything during the bear market? Have I? During the bear market? I wasn't the big shorter there. During the very start of the bear market, I wasn't confident in my short skills, no. I do have the short game plan setting up for this next bear. Yeah, I will be doing much more of that. Grimmer says X-Cur. Let's take a look at X-Cur. Got Curate. Still looking at these areas over here. She likes to spike up there, doesn't she? Each one of these little areas here will also be a great little place to put a little target. So we're at 0.008, 0.00978ish right over here at the bottom of this range. And at the top of that range right here, about 0.0116. All those guys can be some nice little take profit points. Give you about 35 to 60% gains there. As she starts to make her way up to get out of this accumulation zone, this 236 Fibonacci major pull that we got there, and that's coming in at 0.014, 0.015 actually. That's what we got. So we're covering just that area is your moonbag territory, giving you 100% gains on spot from there.
on Curate. Nick9 says ADA strong over all time frames. ADA is doing good. I think the Bitcoin news is helping that. Remember, it is still a narrative. This is still a Cardano with a lot of coins. Takes a lot to make it move. She's a slow poke turtle. My motto is take your canes when you can get them out of this one. But overall, she's doing the big old Bart Simpson butt crack. That's just my affectionate term for a very large double bottom, and there it is. And the sad thing is, you know, how big is this butt cheek going to be before we go up? I mean, for real. Maybe it'll take right off, and we got an uneven butt cheek. You know, this one's not symmetrical like this one, but oh gosh, from June, and we're still not above where we were. Oh jeez. 82 cents back in February of this year, believe it or not, out of Cardano, when we reached the tip of the butt crack here, and to the moon, right? Yeah. Now she fell from grace about 50% there. But short term, yeah, right now, I think with the news, hopefully she's flipping some ribbons here. You getting ready to flip my ribbon? Flip my ribbon. Toss my salad, Cardano. What? I'm hungry. I want croutons. It's a late night show. I don't know where this stuff comes from. Daily, what you look. Oh man, that looks nasty right there. Expect some trouble at 40 cents. I'm just going to leave it there, man. That 40 to 48 cents is going to be a nightmare on this one. Oh gee, what are you going to? How are you going to handle that? I think Cardano is about to get confused on his pronouns or something. All right. Let's take what we got and let's do what we do with it. You got a support resistance flip right there. 48 cents is going to be hard for you. Let's talk when you above 48 cents. Okay, Cardano. Maybe she's going to flip the script and do something good, you know, but I'm not seeing it yet. I was hoping to, but I'm just not. Disclosure Kiss says Gary token after a long time. Gary's she's doing better. That one's got a lot of WikiWix, lots of. Is it doing better? She's right back to where she was before. She does like to wick up and wick everything. Not my favorite, really, but you know, you might be involved with the project, getting rewards or whatnot. 0.0332. I like that if you can hold on for a little wick up there. No need to sell now, by any means, if you're in it. Also, no need to buy now unless you want to take a risk on a token like that. The seam is selling Chia, but I think it's a potential low. I think so. We did just look at that. Yeah, I think so too. Warthog Thunderbolt, but I'd my towel at that dollar point. I would too. It's hard for me to think about it going down another $100. I gotta make put that plan into effect on my strategy there. Good brown gravy. I've been slowly selling grass at $2. I have free bag, but I think that project is sketchy. It's wild how that one's how the value's going up in it right now. So. There may be some sketchy aspects to it. I don't know, but she's doing good. You can't. So if you're taking advantage of it, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. Don't feel bad about that. Don't feel bad about that. You're doing the right thing. What do you think about Theta, my friends in a big position? As the project, I've not heard about them doing anything new and revolutionary in this bull market. I am in it also. I don't expect it to do $16 like it did last time. Unless, I mean, you honestly never know until those last 2-3 months of the bull market. You can see some of these coins do some things you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. So don't want to say it won't or can't happen. But man, it's going to take some cojones of stills to hold some of these coins and be the conviction to hold some of them for that long, because they might just do nothing and then bump up at the last little bit, you know?
A lot of times it does happen that way. Sometimes it's just not always a straight steady thing. I don't know if Theta's going to have what it takes to do what it did last time or not. We can do is if I'm logged in. I don't know if I am or not. White screen. Oh, look, I am. I think I am. Yeah. We can check it out on Tokenmetrics and see how they're rating it. Oh my God! There's duck lips on my screen. Get them duck lips off. Let's go to this summary. Fundamental grade 78%. That's awesome. Valuation grade. Oh, it's just overvalued. According to it, 13% overvalued. Technology grade's good. All right, so $1.16 billion market cap. Circulating supplies $1 billion. All that, they're out there. I don't know if they're doing anything now. Neutral is what it's got on here for investor summary. Its all-time high was $15.72. All-time low was 4 years ago when it got down to 4 cents. Really? That was in 2020, though. Okay, yeah. What we need to do? Yeah, Theta Network. Let's see if they're doing anything different over here now. The decentralized cloud. Oh, now we're a decentralized cloud for AI, media, and entertainment. They first were a streaming service, and they actually did some streaming and had an app for it and stuff. Mystery Science Theater 3000 was one of the things that actually did a deal with them to stream. So we're now Theta's doing the share your GPU and AI for AI and video workload. Like where a lot of the coins are going that route. We're seeing this narrative being a thing, an actual product. So from that narrative, that at least gives us some use case. How well it will do, I don't know. It's got what 1 billion tokens, so that could do okay. I am in it, and she's been lackluster. I've not been as excited. It's just when I'm just going to weed out of it, but slowly over time. Because I'm not convinced that she's going to have the narrative to do $15 again. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. But I mean, there's a different hype and different narrative, and it was going to be the new YouTube and all this other stuff. So back then, and now we changed gears and changed direction a little bit, which a lot of these coins do. Another big old Bart Simpson butt crack here. So it's in accumulation. What this means is that big money, this is where big money slowly accumulates. That's just what they do. And that's what I try to do too, is mimic what they're doing. And my thing is, I mean, she's been doing this since May of 2022. And I've been accumulating through here. All these times when she was down at 73, 56, I was building bags of Theta and trying to do what the whales do. I don't know that I took my profits. I didn't take my profits up here like an idiot in hindsight. So now she's all back there. Or very few profits, not the majors that I should have. I didn't nail it like a boss because I got too many damn coins to keep up with. It's been an opportunity cost. Don't advise you doing that. And now we're down here reaccumulation again. Eventually we're going to do it. This time I'm got my order set. I'm not riding this roller coaster again. But can she break up? She can, and she can double up from there, and we could probably see about $8-9 out of it. I'm looking for most of these coins, some of the older coins, since this market is so saturated. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am, but I think this is at least optimistic that if you will start targeting in their 618 area. Instead of trying to target, they're going to do another all-time high, and now we're going to go, maybe they can do $25 this time. Maybe. But they're going to have to get past $10 to do it. I at least look for about the $10 area. I'm not really looking for much more than that for Theta. My plan is to kind of just layer out through here on a lot of the altcoins from their 618. Maybe there might be a few that show me some signs I might go to a 786, but most of them, that's my game plan. And what I do is for the position trading strategy, this is basically what it is. You're accumulating under the 236 fib. and even fine tune in that argument with some lower pools to really nail these little areas to accumulate, just in the hopes of doing exactly what I'm doing right here, layering out. Same thing that the big guys are doing right there too. I figured the best way to be whale is to act like a whale, so they've been trying my patience. Like, I'll have some Ada on my salad, please, says Sam. Well, guys, I think we had fun. I think we've talked a little bit more than we have went over a ton of charts. One of them that I am playing, I do like, and you catch me talking about it. You don't have to be in it, but I like to go over it. It's Arco Intelligence. Now, I like it as a use case because they're the snoops and the private detectives out here. They're kind of like our Palantir almost of crypto. So they're going to be, this token is going to be how that you pay for their services too. So they put a use case to it. It got up as high as 395. Ooh. Got down as low as 99. And I first learned about her back over here in the little nice days. I've had a moon bag of this, and since then I put it over in distance spot margin trying to grow that. I like this one for a longer term play, and I'm looking for about 275 on up to 331 out of this little guy, and maybe more. This one being a newer coin could actually make a higher high, whereas the ones, because its highest, its all-time high was just this year, right? The coins that came out last cycle, they're probably only likely to get back up to their 618 on a majority of them, if that far for them. Just keep that in mind. Not trying to piss anybody off, but just trying to keep it real that our altcoin market is oversaturated, and look at what they actually do they? And even the ones that truly do some stuff are undervalued compared to the ones that don't really do much of anything and just have a hype and marketing and then, you know, influencers behind them. So it is a hype driven market. Just be aware of that, know that, and you can't hold a hype driven market for long cycle to cycle gains. You just can't do it. So take your gains. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. We'll take one more last look at Bitcoin before we close out for tonight. It is a midnight time. It is time the road dog you normally turns into either a pumpkin or a turkey. Oh, it's a turkey. Ooh, a dancing turkey. The most handsome turkey on the internet. Oh my gosh, we just lost everybody. We're down to 12 people. You guys hate talking about the market. Let's come down to Bitcoin and see what she's doing. Hanging around 69,500. Wanting to give up the ghost. You are on the 15 minute. Are you giving up the 800 moving average? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. I don't believe it's so. I think she's going to bounce. Call me crazy. That's stupid. This one don't look so good on the 6 minute. You flip the ribbons, but she's trying to make a comeback here. Personally, I think that we're holding this area. I think we're going to hold it. And we're going to play with us a little bit. We'll bounce up and down. I expect us to come back to about 71.2, somewhere through here. At least that's where I plan to take some profits. I don't know that we'll make it back up to here. 71.9, 71.8. Not sure about that. I'm looking for about right now. At least for my shorter term little leverage trades, that's where I've got my profits up there. Guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll be back again tomorrow on Saturday. See how well we fare and what kind of games that these whales might be playing. And if they might start trying to bump up our altcoins, getting everybody excited so they can dump on us later in the week. Who knows? We'll keep an eye. I don't think it's terrible this weekend. Let's see what they do. God bless. See you guys tomorrow night. Sean? Wake up, Sean. Seriously, Sean, man, come on. End screen. Come on, do it. Hello?
Come on, be one. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. If you gotta know the truth, was gonna let you go.
Good night, John boy. Good night, sweetie. Tuck yourself in now.
You will stop, but we don't
Night, Grandma.